Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be going through some gameplay with the Onexplayer Super X with the 395 chip and the Frostbite liquid cooling. And in this sample, I have Black Myth Wukong. I've never played the game before, but it was in the Steam library from Onexplayer that's signed in on the device. And so I actually recorded this gameplay a few days ago, but I'm just getting to some of that content now because there was a lot of content that was recorded. And it's all about finding time to get that all out and edited and to you. So in this specific video, I will go through the settings that I'm using, which is 1800p. It's at medium settings, and then it's also using FSR 3. On the overlay, you'll see that the top overlay is actually counting it without the FSR, and then in the benchmark, it'll actually show you that it's double that with the FSR. So, keep that in mind when it's showing just the actual gameplay. That top bar is not counting the FSR, but the actual gameplay is double than that. For the benchmark piece, I'm going to show you some fan noise or let you listen to some fan noise so you can hear what that sounds like from the Frostbite. That's using the Smart Fan soft option. There's also a silent option, and then there's like a more aggressive option. But you can also tweak these things. Again, I don't have the device anymore, so if you're gonna ask me any questions, it's only what I can go off of from what I did. So I haven't tweaked any other settings for this game. What you see here is exactly how I played the game. So let's jump into it. This is with Black Myth Wukong on the Super X from Onexplayer with the Frostbite. It's at 120 watts. The CPU boost is turned on right now. We can go ahead and turn that off because this is a GPU bound game. It is set to borderless instead of windowed. Those are the two options on there. 1800p. Frame cap is set to 120. That's the max that the screen can put on there. I mean, we can turn that off too. It's not a big deal. And then if we go back to graphics, right now it's on Super Resolution 60. We can flip this over to FSR 3 if we want. Frame gen, we can turn that on. And then look down at the preset. It's at medium all the way through. And then we can go ahead and run a benchmark on here. This is a sound test, just running Black Myth Wukong on the benchmark. So the fan is on soft right now for smart. It's really pretty decent. Once you put the speakers up though, you can't really be bothered by the actual fan. Like, it kind of drowns it all out. And that is with the Frostbite turned on to Smart Fan and soft. And then again, we have, the overlay here. You can see that everything is kind of turned up on the preset. So you can change those as well, depending on, what fan mode you want to use to keep it nice and cool. But the temperatures stay pretty good with the Frostbite overall. That's really what we're looking for, is that stability with the Frostbite. Yes, we can push it from, 75 watts to that 120 watts, and that's going to give us about a 6 to 8% performance bump. But the real thing that matters is that consistency for the temperatures, because that's something that really strains a lot of laptops and other devices that are similar, whereas you don't have a proper cooling system to really keep it stable. You need to really balance your settings and keep it on maybe like a cooling pad or something to stabilize those temperatures throughout the gameplay, because it can get pretty overheated. And you're seeing the different overlays at the top where, the FPS is showing basically half. That's what the frame generation does. It basically doubles your FPS. So if we were to turn that off, you'd see those numbers at the top here. But because we have the frame gen turned on with FSR 3, it pushes that up to a 104. Now the actual display, again, is 120 hertz. So if we go and play the game, it should be really good on here with the FSR at 1800p on medium settings. It did take me a little bit of time to flip this over to English, but I'm glad I was able to, and now we can actually kind of jump into the game and I'm going to be really bad at this because this is not the kind of game that I'm good at. I don't know the buttons. This is terrifying. Just grabs the blade? Who does that? I mean, everything looks really good. The FSR is generating double what is showing right there for the FPS. Overall, I'm really impressed with the performance on the 395 chip. Like, this is so legit. If you can get your hands on a 395 device for a great price, I mean, hold on to that thing. But the prices do keep going up, of course, because of the inflation of, you know, the volatile RAM situation right now. But this is a really cool device if you're looking to pick one up. Now at least you know how it performs on Black Myth Wukong. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, make sure you let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care until the next one.